Heat. The skies divide, planetary bodies shift out of alignment, and a terrifying cosmic reckoning arrives. Every soul on Earth is summoned to rise. This is an event of absolute totality. Every person, nation, and empire that has ever existed across the span of history is compressed into one inescapable point in time. As billions of gathered souls stand in the glow of this new reality, they face a paralyzing uncertainty. No one knows if their destination is salvation or the abyss. This diagram illustrates the mechanics of that final judgment. It acts as a data funnel, forcing millions of human data points through a single, binary sorting checkpoint. An unalterable rule governs this bottleneck, deciding who is granted passage and who is cast down. Earthly wealth and political power dissolve at this threshold. These markers of status hold no value here, leaving only an unidentified core metric to pass through the system. Surviving this macro-level judgment requires a specific, invisible metric from your time on Earth. The universe is looking for a data point that most people overlook entirely. We can examine the first potential outcome of this binary sorting system, the mechanics of eternal damnation. The system categorizes failures as corrupted souls. These are individuals who explicitly rejected the gift of salvation offered to them during their lifetime. Their earthly behavioral pattern is defined by what they chose to consume. Instead of accepting grace, they repeatedly chose destructive, toxic paths, what the ancient texts describe as drinking sin like poisonous blood. At the boundary of eternity, this behavior produces a mechanical consequence. The gates of heaven shut, locking into place to block their entry. With upward mobility denied, the only path left is a forced descent into the open abyss. It is an environment of endless darkness, eternal fire, and the unceasing psychological torment of a final, irreversible choice. Eternal damnation serves as the direct, logical output of a lifetime spent consuming toxicity and rejecting grace. To understand how a soul passes the test, we must zoom down from the cosmic scale into a singular, grounded human memory on Earth. The decisive metric exists in quiet, unrecorded moments of ordinary human life. The system audits a specific scenario, an individual holding their final, vital resource, the bare minimum required for their own well-being. This diagram captures the internal calculation. The individual recognizes a critical need and actively transfers the weight of their own survival to a stranger. This realization, "This is all I have, but he needs it more than I do," flips the binary switch to access granted. The act of giving up a final possession is the operational definition of keeping the faith. It is what it means to walk in the light. Radical, selfless compassion, executed at a microscopic scale, is the only currency accepted for entry into eternity. Pulling the perspective out of that earthly flashback, we return to the universal judgment. For the individual who chose sacrifice, the official verdict is rendered. They are designated a good and faithful servant. The cosmic response is immediate. The gates of heaven open fully and without resistance to welcome the soul. The operational conditions of this new environment are absolute. The total eradication of earthly sorrow, suffering, and tears. This unchanging state of glory and peace stands in contrast to the struggle they endured on Earth. The pain of giving away their last resource is eclipsed by the resulting joy. This layout clarifies the nature of the divine audit. The universal system focuses on empathy, valuing it over the pursuit of human perfection. The machinery of eternal judgment is decided right now through the quiet, seemingly insignificant sacrifices you make for others every day.